Pumping up, pumping high, pumping up, it really feels like flying. Coming up, just like a lion.
Welcome back to the YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start with doing some training videos. You asked for it, I'm going to bring it to you. Now, first of all, I want to say that I want to explain what I'm doing right now in order to training, because you've already seen training videos of mine, which are basically heavy lifting, basic compound movements and all that kind of stuff, but I really didn't get into depth in a couple of videos. And from this point on, I'm going to explain every single set, every single feeling, everything, the rest that comes with it. What you also need to know is, for the past 8 years I've doing natural bodybuilding. For 7 years out of that 8 years I've been training by my intuition. It's just how I felt like that particular day. I'm feeling like doing lat pull downs, I'm doing lat pull downs. If I'm feeling like doing a bench press instead of a dumbbell press, doing bench press. So it was very intuitive. And to be honest, it was going pretty well with that. I've done a great job, but once you get to a plateau, if you're lifting for 8 years straight, you are at a level in natural bodybuilding considered pretty advanced. So, and you are going to hit plateaus. You know, the weight is not going up anymore. You don't see training evolving, developing as you really want it to see. And if there is no development, it per se does not it's not directly gonna say that you are not developing with your body and your hypertrophy and the muscles and everything. But there's a strong indication that when the training improves, also your physique is going to improve. So you need to come down to a system or a method where you can play with variabilities, with different things like sets, the amount of sets, the activity level on from the particular training, regulating some exertion of the exercise itself. You know, how fatigued are you feeling in that particular workout. This kind of stuff is pretty advanced. So once you are a lifter just in the range of 0 to 2 years, as you are a beginner, I would say this is not meant for you. You just focus on training and you will get along or away with just doing some training and get very good gains from it. This is what we call the noob gains. Someone who's beginning, starting to train, the body is not used to these kinds of stress, so the body adapts and you are able to grow very fast. With that said, right now I'm following a training split that is focused on power training and also hypertrophy training, which is basically on the power days or on the power movements we are focusing on lifting heavy compound movements, moving a lot of weight, and developing the strength of the muscle that's gonna assist our training in the hypertrophy phase. And the hypertrophy trainings, these are basically there to build the muscle. So once we have the power and the strength we want, we're going to assist that with building the muscle with heavier loads as we are getting stronger. So this is actually the main point or the benefit of training like this. And you track every single day. You monitor it, you write it down, bring with you your papers to the gym, write everything down, and you can actually monitor the progress along the way. You can see what you need to change, and it's always good to do the tracking stuff, right? If you don't know where you are at the moment, you don't tracking everything, you don't know what to change, and eventually you stop growing or evolving as a natural bodybuilder. So let's get in the first training. Today we're having a overhead press, chest overhead presses for shoulders, Then we got 2 chest exercises, and we get 1 tricep exercise, and after that we're doing a 250 calorie cardio, because hey, it's good for the heart rate. And well, let's see what we are going to do. So we are starting here with the overhead press. This movement, ladies and gentlemen, is a 5-3-1 Wendler system powerlifting program. We are starting off with 1 exercise, 1 power exercise each and every single day. I just came back from an injury in the tricep tendon on my left arm, and I was not able to do any push movement whatsoever or any direct tricep movements for the past 4 weeks, so I had to recover from that. This is actually the first day that I'm back on track and doing some push movements again and overhead presses. The Wendler system is actually a system, an auto-regulated system, which handles percentages. Each and every week you are bumping up the weights, but with a really small increment each and every time. And the 4th week we are actually deloading the weight, whereby you're actually taking some time off of the heavy weights, getting the nervous system, the central nervous system back on track, so you will be fresh again for the 2nd block. Also, one thing you need to note is that these systems are working in blocks, microcycle, mesocycles, or even macrocycles. It depends. As you can see here, I am pushing the weight starting from the upper chest and leaning a little bit backwards, and once I come up, you see my body actually getting straight under the bar, pushing my upper body forward, so the biomechanics get into a specific balance, so you are not falling backwards or forwards. Again, starting from the upper chest here. In total we have done 3 warm-up sets, 3 working sets, and then you got the big butt burrowing sets, which is basically 5 sets of 10 repetitions with less of load, less of weight. Now we got our system here, or our papers, where we track every single thing. Like I mentioned before in this video, you need to track everything down. You track every single rep, every single set, every single weight you do on a daily basis. You can see how the progress is going and on which muscle groups you need to back off a little, or you may increase a little bit. So now we are done with the overhead press and the 5-3-1 system. Now we are getting some accessory work done here for the building, to build the muscle. It's a hypertrophy specific training, so focused on moving more volume over time, getting a higher rep range, you know, where muscle hypertrophy is actually that can be taking place. Now we are getting into the focus zone. We are measuring out the bar, getting my back straight, jog everything in. And before I start, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure that everything is, the foundation before I start doing the movement is intact. As you can see, moving the weight slowly down and slowly up. We are controlling. We are trying to prevent any sloppy movements. And but today we're getting pretty heavy. It was pretty heavy also, the 100 kilograms, because I've not doing bench presses or direct chest work, push movements within 4 weeks. But it was pretty a good day. This set we had to do only 2 repetitions, 5 sets in total, but we still managed 120 kilograms here without feeling the injury or inflammation. can see my body is fully contracted, chest up, back a little bit arched, and moving the weight very controlled. Getting our paper again, doing some administration here, and bear in mind guys, people will look strange at you are taking notes, but it's just you in the gym that's gonna develop. That's what it is all about. So, getting the weights in the right place here. Once the foundation is there, we can start lifting. And this particular exercise, the incline dumbbell press, we have 5 sets we need to perform with 10 repetitions, and we are working with a RPE skill. An RPE skill is actually to manage your 1 rep maxes with a certain percentage, so you're not training to failure all the time, because our natural central nervous system cannot handle this particular way of working out. You know, I know some guys out there, very famous guys, are big believers of every set to failure, but I can tell you, you will be overtrained within a couple of weeks, and you will be away from the gym for quite some time, if not a very long time. So we're getting the work done. Incline chest it is. Trying to find the right way to move the elbows, to chuck in or to keep flared out, you know, just to get the most tension on the chest itself and not on the triceps or the tricep tendon, to prevent inflammation. This is last exercise guys, tricep, and again you can see me locating my arm all over the place, trying to find the precision or listen to my biomechanics whereby I can perform still tricep exercises without getting too much of a pressure on the tricep tendon and causing an inflammation again. 4 weeks guys, I needed to recover from it, so that was quite some time, and these are pretty depressing days, I can tell you, but the other body parts were improving, so that made the whole thing good. Just staying consistent, you know, and eventually you will come back from it and better and stronger. And again, second set. Also for this exercise we're doing 5 sets, and you need to know that we are in block 4, so we already had block 1, 2 and 3, and one block consists of 4 weeks. So that's quite some time, and all over the weeks we have been increasing volume consistently. So block 1 for instance is focusing on 3 reps per exercise, and right now in block 4 we have 5 sets per exercise with different rep ranges and RPE factors. So but I will get into that later on in another video where I'm explaining what the RPE factor is and how you should implement it, and the 5v1 Wendler powerlifting systems. I will get into that later on. So this is basically the exercise itself. The workout time, it's gonna take a while because I'm doing a lot of volume, a lot of sets too. And now this is the last set. Really focused, trying to feel the muscle, the mind-muscle connection. This is the mind-muscle connection which you can see here, guys. It exists, believe it or not, it really exists. Thank you for watching, and on to the next video.